Brian,
And then, yeah, the other question,
uh-huh.
in your opinion, does an SBA referral fee need to be disclosed to the seller?
Yes, always.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yes.
You under
I
real
kind of
estate
know
law?
that's the answer. I just don't want that to be the answer.
No, it
But
has to. So here's the deal, and you make it really easy. And that's one thing I was addressing in the cab representation agreements too, because I was just in the process of rewriting one. So, but it was those referral fees. They have to be disclosed. If you, under California state law, business and professions code, if you accept any kind of fee that is not disclosed, then literally the seller doesn't have they can it they if anything goes wrong, your entire fee can be disgorged from you because you were accepting you can't accept hidden fees basically. So
Yeah.
you have to disclose everything. Doesn't matter if it's a referral fee that you're being paid from a lender, or you might have referred a maybe you referred the seller to a web designer to have a web page put up real quickly because they didn't have one or something like that. And if that person gives you any type of referral fee, I mean, all of those have to be disclosed.
but
Yeah,
Tanya, I'm
I
sorry.
kind of know.
But Tanya, is it enough if I receive a statement from, I don't remember, but from escrow or from the lender, it show the refer free. So in that case, do we need to have another paper to give it to the buyer, or is enough? It
You
show
know,
it.
I
Yeah.
I I just generally send an email because first of all,
Oh,
the buyer is if it's an SBA loan,
yeah.
then the buyer is going to be aware of it because it'll be in their paperwork.
Yes, yeah.
But the seller will not because the seller doesn't see the loan documents. The seller doesn't get that
Oh,
information. So if you're representing the seller, it needs to be disclosed to both sides. So I
oh,
usually just send an email and say it's customary for SBA lenders to pay referral fees when they do loans. And most of the banks do when you're working with direct lenders. And I just indicate that I will likely be receiving a referral fee on this transaction. I don't know what the amount is at this point
mm-hmm.
because I don't know what the loan amount will be. But once we get further along in the transaction, I'll let you know.
For
Just
my
do it that way.
transaction, the lender let both the seller and the buyer know. It show on the document. Seller and buyer both know that I have a refer fee
But
from the
you still
lender.
need to disclose it.
Okay,
And
okay.
I usually disclose that up front, especially with sellers.
Oh,
When you first get the representation agreement,
yes.
you can always just let them know, hey,
Uh,
I have because one of the things I tell them is I have SBA lenders that I work with. So one of the
yes,
first things I'm going to do is try and get your business pre-approved
yes.
or pre-qualified so that when we're marketing it, we can say business pre SBA pre-qualified. And
Okay,
that's going to
okay.
attract more buyers. And then during that whole conversation, I also let them know that most SBA lenders also pay a referral fee, but that's not why I use the lenders that I use. Because
Oh,
at the end of the day, the fee we get from selling a business is far higher than any referral fee we're going to get off of a loan.
that's
So I'm
good.
going to go to the lenders that can get my deal closed. And
Okay.
if they don't pay a referral fee, that's fine because I still want my deal closed. I'm going to go to whoever can get that closed.
And I need to tell the buyer upfront as well, not until the lender give
Well,
them the money.
it's the same thing with buyers. It's like, hey, just so you're aware, most SBA lenders do pay referral fees to brokers.
Okay.
So I'm referring you to these lenders not because they pay referral fees, but because they have the best interest rates and they have a great closing department and they know how to get things done. But if you are working with another lender already and you're happy with your interest rates, I recommend, you know, checking in with the people that I'm
Yeah.
referring to you to just see if there's a difference. If you already have a great interest rate, stay where you're at.
Thank you.
But
Thank
a
you.
lot of times people, the buyers coming in, I'll ask them, are you already working with an SBA lender? Have you been pre-qualified already? And if they have, then I'm like, okay, good. So stay with your lender. I'm going to give you another name to check with, just so you can compare rates.
Okay. Thank you.
And then, but yeah, it needs to be about the clients, but it has to be disclosed.